I got to engage in the spiritual discipline of prayer walking, and I did it in a couple of different forms. And so I got the chance to walk with a friend, and we prayed silently together and then reflected together on what God revealed to us. I also just walked, and wherever God kind of led me, I felt like I prayed where I was. And I also got the chance to dive into a prayer labyrinth, and each one was really great. I had a hard time with the transition to prayer walking instead of sitting and praying because sometimes it was distracting and I felt like a little bit tense. I had to focus on what I was doing and with people passing by and all the things happening around me. But it was also a really great change of pace with getting my body moving and getting my heart stilled. It took a while for me to get my heart stilled, but I just tried to remain patient in that, and it was really great. Something that I absolutely loved was the prayer labyrinth, and I had never done that before, but I did the one on campus, and I went through it, and as I went into the center of the prayer labyrinth, I was really contemplative, and it was really having God bring up some questions in my heart and stirring some reflections on what was going on in my life. And it was really, really great. And then I got to the center of it, and it had taken a while for me to get to the center because it's a very slow walk. But I got to the center and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only halfway done. But then as I progressed towards the end of it, I just joyfully engaged with the presence of the Lord and did whatever I felt like stride He was calling me to, and I was kind of dancing and doing whatever and joyfully engaging with the Lord, and it was so fun. It's been a long time since I've had fun with the Lord, and so I really want to continue to engage in things that help me find joy and peace and fun with God. And I hope that as you dive into spiritual practices like prayer walking or walking through a prayer labyrinth, that you can find joy and peace in the Lord. Go in peace.
I find it interesting that I'm here on the Lunsford around ACU, an area where I love to practice the discipline of prayer walking. Every Monday, my friend and I like to come here and walk around the Lunsford and just cover this campus in prayer. To me, prayer walking is a great way to be intentional in talking to the Father. It also is really encouraging to pray over your own hearts, to fight, to intercede on behalf of one another. One thing I would encourage you to do if you find yourself wanting to practice the discipline of prayer walking is find an intentional place to go, whether that be here at ACU, whether that be HSU, McMurray, or even the mall, the Abilene Mall, or one of the local high schools. Be intentional in going to that place and praying over that space. Another thing I would suggest is find the time. One thing I love to do is to set aside time in my schedule, on my Google Calendar, on Monday to come here and to pray over ACU. I want to encourage you to also do the same. Find intentional time, whether it be 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Go to that local spot and pray over that place. Thank you.